Welcome to Module 4 of the course dancing um, of the course, titled dancing. We have already talked about three modules. I hope you're following. We've talked about body awareness, posture and dance foundations, the do's and don'ts, the ethics, introduction to dance as an art and profession. And here today, I'm going to be talking about the African dance styles and moves. Yes, I'm going to do that step by step. And the African dance is actually pretty, really incredibly diverse, and it emphasizes rhythm, community, full body expression with distinct styles. You have the South African Indiamon, the Ghana's Azonto, Nigeria Shaku Shaku, Bese, Obi, all of that. So we'll be talking about some of those things, and we'll look at the introduction, look at the characteristics of the African dance. We look at rhythm and drumming. We'll look at regional African dance styles, then step-by-step movements, modern African dance, and the cultural ethic. So let's get right straight to it. I was talking about it earlier, and I said that the African dance expresses culture, history, spirituality, and community. It emphasizes rhythm, grounded movement, and storytelling. So there are lots. I was trying to mention some. You see, have the Guara Guara. Especially in Nigeria, you have a lot. The Daddy Shoki, and I mean, you also have the cultural ones and all of that, and um, they are characterized by events. So some of the characteristics of African dance here is that strong connection to percussion, grounded posture with bent knees, isolations of hips, shoulders, and chest, then expressive full body movement, and community participation. Now, if you're wondering how to start, African dance, I'll tell you a few. You may not see it on the slide, but just listen. Find your rhythm, bend your knees, isolate movements, combine and express, watch and learn. You can use YouTube, you can use TikTok tutorials, just like from KCA, and you get all the knowledge that you need. Rhythm and drumming, I said that earlier too, that the drums guide tempo, energy, and movement patterns, while the dancers respond to the rhythm cues and the layered beats. Yeah. West African dance, you have the countries such as Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, Mali, and Guinea, and it focuses on power, full movements, and so for the West African dance, for the beginner steps, you put your feet shoulder width apart, then you shift your weight from side to side, you add um, your arm swings, and you maintain grounded posture. For if you're going forward, for the West African dance now, for intermediates, you should look at things like isolations and um, faster tempo, and for advanced, you should be looking at complex footworks, jumps, and of course drum breaks. All of these things are good to just help you build complexity from simple side steps and arm swings, like in you have in funga and kuku. Then it helps to intricate, um, fast-paced sequences with multiple body parts. So really, what are the core principles of progression? I said some, but just putting all of it together. Start grounded. I said that. Isolate. I said that too. Circular and centered. Yes. So move in circles, entering and exiting a centered space. It helps to symbolize unity and continuity. Then build complexity. Hard layers, first steps, then ham waves, pelvic movements, combinations, increases speed and intricacy. Then energy and emotion. So that's the transition from controlled, respectful movements to expressions of joy, welcome, or storytelling, or to high energy. Okay, so for the East African dance, you find that common in countries like Ethiopia, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, and the emphasis is on shoulder movements, upright posture. It's diverse too, and it features energetic and rhythmic movements. They celebrate culture, rituals, and celebrations. Some of their popular styles are, Kenya's sensual chakacha for weddings, and Ethiopia's intense aroma sha or romo. That's the shake with their head and shoulders, and the Masai adumo. That's the jumping dance for warrior rites of passage, often using the whole body, drums and percussion. Yes. Now for the beginner steps for East African dance. Now, gentle knee bends, rhythmic bouncing, and shoulder forward back, relaxed arms. Now you also have the Southern African dance, and that's found in like South Africa, Zimbabwe, um, um, Botswana, and it's energetic with strong footwork and stomping. So it's actually also a vibrant cultural expression, and it's also known for rhythmic complexity, storytelling, and community bonding. Yeah, so some of the characteristics are rhythmic and expressive, storytelling, community and ritual, symbolic attire. For the beginner steps for the South African dance, you have, so for the beginner steps you have knees bent, body forward, alternative feet, step and time, because you had expressive dance. We also have the Central African dance. You find that in regions like Congo and Cameroon, the movements are fluid, and they are rhythmic, centered. So for the beginner steps, you relax knees and hips, circular hip motion, side to side steps, natural arm coordination. For the modern African dance styles, I mean, this is pretty really common, and global. You have the Afro beats, you have the Amapiano, you have the Afro fusion, and it blends tradition with contemporary influence. Back in the days, you have some like the P Square. You have, you know, quite a number of persons who were known for. Now you have like the Bonner Boy and all of that, who are really making some of these things popular. Ashake and the likes. Those that's from Nigeria. Anyway, then what's the progression in African dance? Beginner, basic rhythm and posture, intermediate, stamina and coordination. For advanced complex choreography, for professional, you choreograph. So African dance and events, it's performed at festivals, weddings, stage shows, and programs. For the cultural respect and ethics, you have to understand origins, do not misrepresent, and meanings. In conclusion, African dance combines rhythm, movement, and culture, and mastery requires skill, it requires discipline, and it requires cultural respect. Thank you. I'll see you in module.